Welcome back, everybody. All right, so let's go ahead and let's make a faucet. Well, this is actually much easier than it sounds. So the first thing we can do here is we can make a square faucet. It's a little bit easier than making a rectangular or a circular faucet, but I'm going to show you how to do that in the next tutorial. So again, with Blender, you go and you start off with a primitive and you model it from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scale this down a bit by pushing S, kind of zoom in a bit, tab into edit mode, and actually before we do that, let's scale it along the x-axis to something more like this. Okay, and what we can do on top of this is we'll tab into edit mode, hop into face select, and we can simply move this up just like that here, push E to extrude, and push E to extrude again. Now, this is obviously a really simple tap, but that's okay because simple is really good here. Let's select this top face here, and we're just going to put in put in a loop cut. Okay, just something like that here, and tab back into face select mode, and I'll push E to extrude here. And don't worry, we're going to make this a faucet there, so we need to have some kind of handle. Let's just quickly deal with the bottom part here. Let's go and give another loop cut, and we'll give one actually here, and one more loop cut, here. And my mouse button is a little bit sticky today. And there you go. It happens when you spend like 12 hours on a computer. But in any event, let's go and just E to extrude that, and we can actually scale that in. That's where the water is going to come out. Again, this is a very low poly faucet, but you'll notice that there are circular faucets and rectangular faucets, and we need to go and we need to go and add in the top here. So in order to do that, I'm just going to click on this, push E to extrude, like this, and honestly, you can just do that. So there we go. We got this nice, cool little faucet here. Now, this looks pretty neat, although it has sharp edges. So how do we get rid of that? Well, we're going to go and add in something called a bevel modifier. And this bevel modifier, if you look at it, it takes the sides and it adds in a whole extra vertex here. And we can add in more segments here. So the more segments we add, the more vertices we add here. And you can see here that this looks really smooth. Now again, if you're doing an architectural render, this is what you want to do. I'm just going to go ahead and push apply, and then we're going to talk about what it does here. So I'm going to push apply, tab into edit mode, and you can see here of all of these extra vertices that were added. So again, with Blender, every time you want to make something smooth, you have to add in more vertices, and you can see that it does look really smooth, and frankly, it looks really nice too. You can see that it looks like a decent little faucet there. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to push Control or Command Z to undo this, and I'm just going to actually get rid of this modifier here, so you can see the difference. Let's add it back in, and we're not going to add in too many segments. 5 should be good. I'm going to go ahead and push apply, and you can see that this is much more manageable. Again, if you're using games, what you would have to do is you could actually go and delete all of these faces here to get rid of these extra vertices, and that actually, believe it or not, is a job. But at the same time, sometimes you might not be able to do that. So this looks like a pretty decent faucet. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.